hello everybody. What are we doing today? There's Michelle. We're gonna go for a boat ride today. We're gonna show you our 36-foot Carver. It's a 1986. You've seen it in some other videos, but we'll go over a little more description today. It'll be a boat tour day. This guy's having a spaz. I don't know why. We brought him today. What are you barking at? What are you barking at, huh? Yes, Mama's inside getting some food. Yes. Here we are at the marina. We're gonna go grab some lunch real quick, and then we're gonna do all our boat stuff. We're getting that guy out. Go get some lunch. It's a very nice day, isn't it? The weather's perfect, isn't it? Yes, okay. So I went and got his tuffet because he was sliding off the chair. Now he's drinking water out of a cup because he's very spoiled. Yes, he is. All right, we haven't even gone boating yet. Yep. Okay, you got your tuffet. It's all set. He's waiting for his food now, which is our food. All right, so here's the Carver. It's a 3697. It's 1988. We gotta pump out the poop on this thing, so I'm gonna go talk to the poopy pumper guys and see, make sure we can go do that before we head out. This boat has two 454s. Cruisers in it. We're going to check the oil and water. All right, Toadie's got his floaty. This is the inside. This is a nice setup because you've got a nice full interior in here. There's your little galley area with full fridge and freezer. You've got your V berth up there, which is really huge. You've got a couple bunks in there. And then your bathroom in here with completely independent shower. So it's a nice setup. So now we're gonna unzip up top. I'm gonna unplug and then we're gonna go get the poop pumped out. All right, we got both engines running. Now, first mate Michelle is gonna undo the lines. Hopefully that guy doesn't fall off his tuffet. So we're leaving the dock. Just steering with our engines here. Spin us a little quicker. We're going to go right in there and pump out our waste, I should say, because people don't actually use the bathroom for other than number one. That's mission one accomplished. We've got the tank empty. Now we're gonna go get fuel. We have that much in one tank and that much in the other tank. So now we're gonna spend hundreds of dollars in fuel. So this is 6 knots. What amazes me is that we're moving along, is that people are in these trawlers are making these trips going 7 knots, and they go this speed, which is the speed that we use to get out of the creek here, and they go 6,000 miles. So, but if you were in a sailboat going 6 knots, that'd be pretty good. So everything is relative, and you certainly get a lot better fuel economy going 6 knots. Anyway, off to the dock. Do you like going six knots, Michelle?
Yes, I would prefer it.
Yeah. Do you like going 6 knots, Toadie?
Yes.
He has nothing to say. Filling up with gas. It's very windy today. Of course, now it's not windy. Exactly perfect. All right. So, can't really see those flags, but it's very windy. $300 later, we got half a tank. Okay, so we got gas in the high winds. We got our things strapped up there. Now we're just barely putting along. We're gonna speed up a little bit, and yeah. Then when Michelle's driving, I'll do a walk around while she's driving. But our temperature looks good. Our hours are going up. So I thought this boat had more hours than it did, but it's only got 782 hours on that motor. So these motors are still half good. Okay, so now we're going 9 knots at 2,000 RPMs. So at 9 knots, we are going faster than most of the trawlers that we watch on YouTube. We're zooming along here at a whopping 9 knots. Captain Toady, Co-Captain Toady is officiating. He's making sure that everything's shipshape and in order. He's doing a fine job. He did yell at me earlier when I wasn't doing my job properly, but I apologize and everything's fine now. Yes, sorry. So there's a lot of chop. There's a chop. Bouncing up and down. It's very exciting. Not sure how much he's enjoying that, but Captain Michelle is driving. But yeah, that's like 2-foot chop, 2.5 feet. So, not sure how much of this journey we're going to actually take today. It's just a ton of sailboats out here. There's a sailboat. There's a sailboat. So here we are. This is the flybridge area, which is quite nice. And then of course you have this seat back here. And if you, whoops, there's the back of the boat. That's 10 knots. It's really a nice little clip actually. That guy is going way over. It's very windy out here today. Chesapeake Bay. Whoa! We're in the Chesapeake Bay, and way out in the distance, there's a lighthouse there. Back there, so that way back there is the Key Bridge. You've seen this before in some of these videos. That's obviously missing its center span. So we're coming out of the Patapsco River into the bay. And as Michelle mentions, although you can't see it now, the Bay Bridge would be down that way. And on clearer days you can see it, and it takes about, at 10 knots, it would take about an hour and a half to get down there. So after about 5 more minutes of that, I started to feel like, you know what, this is not great bouncing around on my back with my new spinal fusion. However, it is beautiful out, so we're just gonna cruise back in there, and we are going to putt around the creek a little bit probably. But anyway, we got the tank pumped out, we got some gas in the boat. So anyway, that's that is something, isn't it? So sitting back here, it's much less bouncy. It's very pleasant back here. another perspective on the rear deck. Cruising along. Fan fell over. So this is really nice because this cabin is just so big in here. These Carvers have a really neat layout. And one thing we didn't do is we didn't turn the refrigerator on. So the refrigerator, which is off now, operates, it's AC or DC. So we're gonna look for reefer. And then you see it is on. So I mean, when you're driving, you can just keep this thing on and it keeps everything frozen. These AC DC fridges are great. And of course we have, you know, our water tank that's filled with water. So you have water and you can use the bathroom. The boat does have air conditioning and it's got a generator back there. And the generator runs the AC and you can run the stove. I think it's a 6,000 watt generator. So that's nice. And then again, coming up here, just kind of show you what's what. You've got, here's a little closet in here. Anyway, these are just, it's a nicely designed boat. And of course, behind here, there's actually, we're starting to bounce, so there's actually a door so I can get into the bathroom. Or maybe I'm imagining things. Nope. See, there's that door right there. So that's neat. So everybody's got their own door. All right, go back upstairs now and spend the rest of the time with Michelle. But it is really choppy out today. And we're taking the waves on the beam, as they say. So it's rocking a lot. But normally this isn't an issue, but with the fusion surgery, I definitely feel it a little bit, which I'm surprised that I do. But anyway, up I go. All right, so we're back in the creek in our Carver 3697. In calmer waters. So we are going to putt around here for a while and then we're going to dock. And that's what we're going to do. There's a plane up there. It's very peaceful now. And here we are, all back at the dock, safe and sound. A successful trip. We're going to take that canvas off and take that home. Michelle's going to sew the zippers and we're going to clean it back up, clean it off, pressure wash it. Put some new material on there and get that thing back in shape. Well, Michelle, how was our boating trip?
Interesting.
Yeah?
It was pretty good. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, Toady. Okay, off we go. So at the end of our boating, we decided to take off the bimini top, or the canvas, because the canvas was in really bad shape, and Michelle is just finishing up now with it. What she did is she put where the zippers were coming off, she added material, and then we added that on there because it was a little bit tight. So anyway, we're gonna go back to the boat later and she's got it over there and you'll see, it's gonna be neat. So anyway, we're hoping to not, instead of spending the $4,000 that they estimated to make us a new top, we're just gonna save this one and get another couple seasons out of it. All right, so here's Captain Toady. This is the main repair up here. That is nice. And then we've got up here, we stitched this back on here. So that's holding there. And then in the back, we were missing it, so we made one out of Velcro, so that holds that in there. And This is a tight canvas and it's thin. You can see the light through it, but it's, you know, I think we'll get another season out of it. Or two. So that is the end result. And we'll go around and look at the front just so we can see what that little white piece looks like. I think it actually looks nice. There's the front. Almost like it was meant to be. So this concludes this little episode about the Carver Mariner 3697. See you next time.